Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. You have that. We'll get to that. Hey, Facebook trolls. Look who we got. Stephen Lolli. Stephen Lolli. With a name like that, did you ever get made fun of?
Grade school, definitely, no doubt. Yeah.
What's your favorite you got made fun of with your last night? Mine was Marcus, so everybody called me Mucus.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Mine was lolly, lolly, lolly. Get your adverbs here.
Where did you go to school, Stephen?
I'm from Chicago originally, and graduated high school in Florida. My family moved to Florida, and so I graduated high school there, and then I went to college.
Rutgers.
Where?
Rutgers?
No. What made you think that?
I don't know. I could have swore that's what the internet. I was a troll today, and I must have gone to the wrong Stephen Lolli. I was lollygagging.
That guy went to a more prestigious university than me, and thank him for me for going there, so that people think that I went to Rutgers University. Actually, I went to a place where you just smoke weed and pretend to be in college.
What was the name of your college?
I went to the University of Central Florida.
Oh, I've heard of that. I lived in Florida twice in my life. I lived in Fort Myers as a wife to an Army recruiter. I had to give that up because he was really into the delayed entry program of a different kind. Oh, never mind.
That sounds very sexual.
Yes. And so then I lived in Vero Beach too.
Oh, wow.
Is that impressing you?
I'm so my sympathies go out to you.
Thank you. Yes, that's appropriate.
Congratulations for making it out of there.
Thank you. Let's get back to you. For a decade, you were the only white Jewish comedian in Hollywood, LA. Oh my gosh.
In South Central LA.
South Central. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Was that like a real babe magnet 10 years of your life, or?
It should have been apparently, if you're asking me that, then the women who weren't sleeping with me, they should have been, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. I was not very funny, and I got very funny because I was around extremely funny people, like people who are much funnier than the people hanging out in the Hollywood comedy clubs.
Yes.
Like, I wasn't around the trust fund yuppies. I wasn't around the Ivy League boutique, rich kids who were like the Harvard and Yale Strokers Comedy Club. I was like with people who had to fight their way out of somewhere, and so I got real funny. Thanks.
That's so. So I'm half Jewish, and for my entire 4 years in high school, I thought I was the only white Jewish person. And then I went to my 50th reunion, looked through the book, and I was like, holy crap, 1 out of every 4 had a Jewish name.
Wow. Well, where were you? What part of the country were you in?
Portland, Oregon.
Not a lot of Jewish people in Portland, Oregon.
No, not at all.
They all had Jewish names?
Yeah, and I didn't know it at the time because I was too half Jewish to know a Jewish name.
I guess so. You guys were all sort of incognito.
Yes, they were passing on being Jewish, I'm sure. But I just didn't know. I didn't have a clue. My dad told us we were Jewish. And then I found out years later, decades later, I wasn't Jewish at all, according to, Jewish law, tradition, whatever. So weird. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're half Jewish and you think you're Jewish, then who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever you want to be, you got a good half there. So
yeah, my dad went through the Holocaust. Do you have a Holocaust connection?
Thank God I do not. Nobody had to go through that I know of. Maybe some distant relatives that I don't know. But most of my family were here. I'm Italian and Jewish, so most of my family from Eastern Europe and my family from Italy were already in the United States when the World War II kicked off.
That's
They
great.
were here like around the turn of the century.
Oh, good. I'm glad for that. Tell me about you going from being, I just want to know how somebody gets to travel and write jokes for the Cat Williams. Will you please explain this?
Well, by the grace of God, is the simple answer. Amazing, miraculous. My friend Corey Mosley and all my friends, because I was performing in black clubs since 2000, the beginning of 2002, and that's when I moved to LA, and I found out I couldn't get on stage in white clubs, and black comedy places would let me on. There was only one week-long black comedy club, and those comics I met there let me do comedy. They saw my ability. They liked me, and they invited me everywhere. And all of the closest friends that I made in comedy through the juke joints and the hood rooms ended up being also best friends with Cat Williams. So when I met Cat through my friend Corey Mosley, who's a very talented, funny young lady, when I met him, we all had the same friends. And he went to his friends, and I'm sure there was a moment where he said, "Well, is this motherfucker funny?" And they said, "Yeah, he's funny." And so when Cat said, "Walk with me, I'm going to talk to you now," and he said, "All my friends think you're funny, and you can come and write for me, and everybody gets a paycheck in this motherfucker every week." So he was at the peak of his fame, and I guess he related to me, or he liked me, and I was like, this is how I was really crazy back then. I was 29, I think, when I met him, and I said, "I'll tell you what, but you haven't seen my comedy." And he said, "I don't need to see your comedy. All my friends think you're funny. Come and join us Tuesday and Wednesday nights here at the beach." You know, they worked out of his house on the beach, and basically his friends were all sitting around telling jokes, smoking weed, thinking of sketch comedy ideas. If Cat needed something punched up, it was really a paradise. It was really a paradise of comedy. I got to be honest with you. It was all of the people who were not in the clique in the club in Hollywood suddenly had their own very powerful clique.
Wow.
It was Cat's clique. I mean, make no mistake about it. Cat was Michael Jordan, and we were all John Paxson, Judd Bushler, Scotty Pippen. It was Cat's group, you know, he was the man. But I said, "Cat, if you watch my comedy, I will come. If you still like me, I will send you some." I didn't agree to write right away. I was crazy that I did that. I was fucking crazy, because he could have said, "Fuck you," and send me on my way. But I said, "I'd like to send you my comedy, and you can watch me. And if you still think I'm funny, I'll come and do it." Wow. Of course, I was going to come and do it anyway. I admired him. I'm a fan of this guy, and I wanted him to see me do stand-up, because I was proud of my stand-up. And so these are the days of MySpace.
Yes.
Remember MySpace? So I had a MySpace page. I had no website. All I had was a MySpace page. And so I gave him, I think I wrote down in pencil the MySpace address, and the next morning when I woke up and I went to check it, because it shows you, it clocks the number of views. There were 500 to 1,000 more views on my videos.
Wow.
Yeah, he had watched it and he had sent it to all his friends, and he called me and said, "You can come in, right? You know, we meet at 8 p.m. And he really, that was a big break.
Oh.
That's how. So now you got the abbreviated story.
I love it. Now, I started doing comedy only 6 years ago, Stephen. And in Portland, Oregon, my hometown, there's an urban room. And as long as you are keeping it real and they don't think you're putting on airs, they love and support you. And I love that room. It's the coolest room in all of Portland. And
I'm surprised there are black people in Portland. I'm happy to know that.
There aren't very many. They have gentrified. When I grew up, it was a racist town. They actually had like Portland's version of Hurricane Katrina in the 30s on purpose. There's a very bad history around the whole country, but yeah. So I get up there and I remind the urban rooms what I know, and
So how do you do up there?
in the urban rooms, I do great. In the white rooms where you have to be LGBT and politically correct out the yin yang, not so great. Because I'm clean and everything, but I'm a baby boomer. And so I have spent a lot of time recreating my comedy to not pander, but to get the young people to see that I'm hip, woke, dope, and a little AF.
Okay.
With a little bit of success.
Okay, well maybe that's where you belong in those rooms. Listen, I knew that black comedy wasn't gonna make me Jim Carrey. I knew they weren't gonna turn me into Jim Carrey or elevate me. I knew I was just happy I was getting funnier.
Thank you.
And I was around funny people, real people, and
Yes.
and my personality is angry and opinionated, and probably the half a dozen white comics in black comedy clubs in LA from the time
Yes.
that I was coming up, because there's maybe 5 or 6 altogether, maybe more that I don't know of, but they were all pretty angry, opinionated white guys.
Shh.
And so a black crowd might dig that, but the people who are running BET and stuff like that are not gonna. And I'm not expecting them to turn me into some white star in a black show.
Thank you.
But I'm grateful that I got funny. I'm grateful that I got funny fast, and I started being able to say what I mean, like the things I actually mean, because we're afraid to say that as a comic. You're afraid to go on and say what you mean.
Yes.
You're afraid it won't be funny, but I was able to do that in front of black people, and they dug it. And what are you gonna do? That is the story.
I love any group of people, irregardless of race or color, if they like it and appreciate when you're real. I just so appreciate. Sometimes you can tell the room is going to appreciate you before you even take the microphone. They can pick up on who you are, and they're laughing before you talk.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. I know. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird being in it. I feel for the people who are coming up, who are new, who are probably do have talent, but they're stuck in this sort of Dante's Inferno of open mics and showcasing. And I'm not saying that can't lead somewhere. I'm sure plenty of people do move through that, and there are some who move through that and become really successful, but you can tell there's a passion in these comedians that may go unrealized and may regress into frustration and anger, because there's no sounding board, there's no audience to really be hearing it.
Yes.
Mostly comics are just going up in front of other comics, or in LA, they hang out at the big clubs, which is, again, that can be good for someone else, but for me, that would have not been good, because my personality is not I'm not good at trying to impress people I don't respect.
Thank you.
Hanging out at a big club, waiting for someone to go, come on, kid, you're up. It's your turn at bat. Come on. like The Natural or some shit, or some baseball movie, Where, by the way, in real life and comedy, you strike out when it's your turn, so.
Yes.
So I feel for those guys, man, and I sometimes, if I see something in them, I'll say, you should go into a black club.
Yeah.
I won't say that to everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll see somebody and go, have you ever tried a black club?
I'll tell you what, if you go and do your comedy at a black club, or if you want to call it urban room, whatever you want to call it, we know what we're talking about. It will make you reach down deep and be real, because there, any certain group of people getting together are going to be able to read you like a book. If you go to a synagogue and it's all Jewish people, they're going to read you like a book, whether or not you're anti-Semitic, like them, accept them. Same with an urban room. And if they feel like you're real and accept them, they're going to accept you right back.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So tell me.
You know what it is?
What?
There are certain elements of my personality that need to exercise. They need to get out and run around. And I think most people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy crowds, especially the ones where they're paying a lot of money and getting dressed up. And not that black crowds don't do that. They do that shit too. But
Yeah.
Generally, people who are just coming out and they need a laugh and they're not trying, there's no pageantry behind it. That's my crowd.
Yes.
There's people, Latin, black, whoever, whatever, old people, young people, whatever. The people who are just wanting to laugh,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a lot of money, that's my crowd. So, it is what it is. But to your point, it's emotion. And so with a black crowd, I could express more emotion.
Absolutely.
Right? So it didn't have to be, the jokes didn't have to be formatted a certain way.
Exactly.
There's nonverbal communication going on. There's beats and cadences. And it's a lot more fun to do it that way.
It is. I love it.
Recite these poor fucking comics who are standing up reciting
Ugh.
just like the same fucking shit over and over.
Yep.
Because they saw John Mulaney. This is the thing. They saw fucking John Mulaney, one of these like robotic fucks from TV, right? One of these trustful people. Yet they got successful. So the comic is going, well, I need to be like that, like Seinfeld. And I don't know. That just doesn't seem fun to me.
No. It takes a while to find our voice, and slip into something comfortable that people think is really you. But at first, when we get up there, it's like, oh, for me, I loved Wendy Liebman and Rita Rudner. So I was like trying to do their cadence and their kind of style. And it's like, it wasn't me. So, yeah. Tell me about comedians without cars getting coffee. Nope, soda.
Getting soda. Comedians without cars getting soda.
I want to.
It was comedians without cars getting food stamps, which sounds funnier, but it's much harder to do every week. And it's a show I pitched to this comic who I've been writing for a couple of years.
Eddie Pepitone.
Brilliant. Another brilliant. Just funnier than Cat Williams. Maybe funnier.
Wow.
And just a brilliant guy. And I told him, we were at the studio. We have this deal at the studio that's great, called All Things Comedy, and they keep asking us if we have ideas to do something. So I pitched it to him. He thought it was funny. We pitched it to them. They thought it was funny. Eddie changed it to Comedians Without Cars Getting Soda, because soda's something you can do every week, and they could brand it and make a soda. And so we brainstormed some sodas, and they produced an episode. We were supposed to shoot multiple episodes before the pandemic hit. But April, we were supposed to shoot a couple episodes back to back. But I'm sure when this gets going again, you'll see more. But if you want to see Comedians Without Cars Getting Soda, it's on YouTube on the All Things Comedy channel. Eddie Pepitone and me, and Sam Tripoli is our first guest.
What?
Great, yeah.
I love him.
He talks about starting stand-up in Las Vegas, among other things. He talks about his early days. He talks about doing stand-up with Vince Vaughn on the Vince Vaughn tour after Wedding Crashers. They went on tour. So there's all kinds of great stories from Sam, and obviously Eddie's hysterical, and I'm just very blessed and grateful to be part of these really talented people, getting to create stuff for these talented people.
Yes. And where do you want people to follow you besides down the street?
with a V, Lolli. I mean, it's simple shit, but you forget sometimes people just don't know. Lolli, like lollipop, Lolli. On YouTube would be great. Subscribe to my YouTube page, because that's where all the stuff's going to be, right? Stephen Lolli on YouTube, Stephen Lolli on Facebook, Lolli Stephen on Instagram, and at Lolli Comedy on Twitter. And I have my own podcast that's limited. It's a limited podcast for this pandemic. It's called The No Idea Zone. And episode 2 just went up today.
I was watching it.
You like it?
I subscribed.
Beautiful, thank you. And I will subscribe to your YouTube page.
Thank you.
So, do that. What is yours?
It's comedian Linda Marcus Smith.
On YouTube.
Yes. I have 129 comedy interviews on there for your
Am I 130?
Something like that. And then there's a whole bunch more, like 5 or 7 every day that aren't even uploaded yet.
Wow.
I'm having the time of my life. I have more men in my bedroom since the pandemic.
Good for you. You seem like that would be a fun, you never know. You could get an OnlyFans page, start with a cam, doing the cam work. I would do that. If I was a woman, I would be doing all that stuff. Nobody wants that from me.
This has been so fun. So I'll go back and listen through, and I will put on the post, Stephen, all the places you mentioned for your social media, and take a look at it. Make sure I don't have any typos. I'm really good at typos. Miss Arkansas is on here. She'll probably want to interview you too. We're both in Vegas doing this. And
Wow. She lives in Vegas now?
yes.
Oh, give her a big hug for me.
Yes, did you hear that, Miss Arkansas? We're talking about you. And so, so check it, and then when you're ready to put it on your page, I would appreciate you sharing this, Stephen.
I'll put it on tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I love you to pieces. Here's a virtual hug. Virtual.
Hug and kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of money and safety and good health, my friend.
Thank you. You too, Stephen Lolli. Bye. Bye. It's always sad saying goodbye to people.